parent my child, even before I had any knowledge. I didn't even get to show support. You asked for support, I didn't get a chance. Your job was to educate my child in math, science, English, etc. Do your job and let me do mine.
That was Jessica Conan, a mom who we profiled on this show 5 months ago. So why was she so angry? Well, Mrs. Conan entrusted her 7th grade daughter to the Spreckles, California school district, and the district then turned around and conspired to change the girl's gender, her name, her pronouns, all behind her parents' back.
A school doesn't change a child's pronouns or gender. What good schools do is support children so they can have the best learning experiences possible. Some think Laura would know if she believed children had a right to any autonomy or if she had any compassion whatsoever. This is Rebel HQ. I'm Sandy Loves. This mother is melting down because she found out her child is an individual capable of their own thoughts and feelings which don't align with hers. I don't know, I thankfully don't have any kids, but I was always under the impression a parent was supposed to love their child for who they are and help them navigate this world as who they are. Can a child make all decisions for themselves? Of course not. Otherwise, there'd be no need for dentists who specialize with children. But when it comes to how a child feels and expresses themselves, this is something no one can pick for them. Children should be free to explore what it means to be them.
And we have filed lawsuit against Spreckles School District, the 2 teachers and the principal that has caused some very serious damage to my child.
Harmeet, this is from the lawsuit that the Center for American Liberty filed. Ms. Caladera and Ms. Bakari instructed students that they should not tell their parents about their new gender identities, purposely failed to keep equality club rosters or records so that parents could not discover their children's participation, and held equality club meetings during lunch as opposed to after school so that students who were too young to drive did not have to ask their parents to pick them up.
Let's just say I get the feeling a lot of what Laura said is out of context. I remember when I was in school and I went to teachers for support, not once did they tell me what to do. They listened to me, encouraged me, and made suggestions on how to make things better or where I could go if I needed more help. I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for those teachers. Now schools are being sued for doing the right thing, and children will be denied that same kind of caring support. What should be concerning this mother is that her child didn't feel safe enough to talk to her about their gender identity. It's because of parents like her that schools set up discreet supports. Teachers know that if some children were to come out to their families, they'd be abused or abandoned. This mother has convinced herself that her child was brainwashed or groomed because she can't accept that her child isn't in the box she put them in.
My parental rights are not being respected. School districts are not listening to us. And, we're a small county in Hill Country, Texas. And I moved here from Harris County in Houston to get away from this stuff. And I come here and it's here. And that we're also fighting the same thing. And I am so thankful that Ron DeSantis is exposing the advanced placement program. The AP program has been woke for a while. There have been concerns with them already. And this agenda is being infiltrated into rural America because that's the only voting bloc that liberals do not have.
Yep, exactly. The AP, Advanced Placement Curriculum Exams are woke, y'all. This is according to a mom for liberty down there in Texas. She's woofing and complaining about AP curriculum and how it's brainwashing kids into somehow believing that black people were getting railroaded in America back in the days. Like, just the idea that you would teach history is messed up. Could you just imagine if, like, British people were like, yo, in the schools, we can't teach the American Revolution because it was British people doing bad things to those Americans. It's like, nah, that. We don't want our kids thinking it's up to be British because of what happened in the 1700s. This is just, it's insanity. It's insanity. And then, of course, you have the dickhead news anchor on OWN who's talking about kids wanting to be cats and this fake debunked story already. It's ridiculous, people.
That's why they want to brainwash them. Like, for instance, I just heard of a girl wanting to be a cat near my hometown in Ohio. And she's like suing her parents and the school so she can be a cat.
It's not just ignorance, it's a powerlessness that people feel where they think the only way that they could take agency in their life is to join a school board and then not teach about black people being harmed in America at the hands of whites 300 years ago, 200 years ago, however many years ago, right? White folks are just too sensitive, like the kids are too sensitive. It's mind-numbing. I don't know how to keep up with this crap anymore. And of course, the other side of this is politicians like Ron DeSantis. Cynical as they come, he sees this as a quick way to gain political points. He understands the salience of this topic. You talk about the kids, the children, like this is gonna get parents riled up, and it's an easy win, right? Like Ron DeSantis isn't offering to make the schools better. He's not offering to pay for childcare. He's not offering better health care. He's not offering better wages for workers. He's not offering better working conditions for workers. He's not offering anything. He's not offering to buttress Social Security and Medicare. He's not offering to expand Medicaid for people who don't got good health insurance. Like, he's not offering any of that.
What's one of the lessons about? Queer theory. Now, who would say that an important part of Black history is queer theory? That is somebody pushing an agenda on our kids. And so when you look to see they have stuff about intersectionality, abolishing prisons, that's a political agenda. And so that's the wrong side of the line for Florida standards.
He knows with this, it's a cheap win. That's a one. He can go out and do it tomorrow. And then he also understands that he's going to get press for this. He's going to get attention for this. He's going to become a household name for this. And you need to do this because nowadays in American politics, it really pays to be a celebrity.